Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. Great to have you listening today.
Before we get started with today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to Learn English Podcast. It really helps us out and makes sure you don't miss any of our future lessons.
Absolutely. Your subscription and support means so much to us. So today, we're going to talk about something that comes up in conversation every single day: the weather.
This is such a practical topic because talking about the weather is one of the most common ways people make small talk in English-speaking countries.
Right. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time, starting a conversation with a colleague, or just chatting with a neighbor, the weather is always a safe and easy topic.
Exactly, and there's actually a lot more vocabulary and expressions related to weather than you might think. It's not just about saying it's hot or it's cold.
So, let's start with the basics. The most common way to talk about current weather is to use the phrase "it's" followed by an adjective describing the weather.
For example, it's sunny, it's rainy, it's cloudy, it's windy, or it's snowy. These are the simplest and most direct ways to describe what's happening outside.
Notice that we use "it's," not "the weather is," although you can say "the weather is nice today." But in casual conversation, we usually just say "it's nice today."
Right, and nice is actually one of the most common weather descriptors. It's nice out, or it's a nice day, can mean sunny, mild, pleasant, generally good weather.
The opposite would be "it's terrible out," or "it's awful out," or "the weather is horrible today."
Now let's talk about temperature. For hot weather, we have several options. It's hot is the most basic.
But you can also say "it's warm," which is less intense than hot. "It's warm today" suggests comfortable, pleasant heat.
If it's extremely hot, you might say it's boiling, it's scorching, it's sweltering, or it's baking hot.
These are all informal ways to emphasize that it's very, very hot. It's absolutely boiling out there.
You might also hear people say it's like an oven out there, or it's so hot you could fry an egg on the sidewalk.
These are colorful exaggerations that make the description more vivid and conversational.
Now for cold weather. The basic term is it's cold, but like with heat, there are more intense versions.
"It's freezing" is very common. "It's freezing cold today," or just "it's freezing."
You can also say it's bitter, it's icy, it's frigid, or it's Arctic.
And informally, people say "it's brass monkeys out there" in British English, though this is quite colloquial.
Another expression is it's cold enough to freeze your toes off, or variations of that phrase.
For moderate cold, you might say "it's chilly" or "it's cool," which are less extreme than freezing.
It's a bit chilly this morning suggests you might need a light jacket, but it's not terribly cold.
Now let's discuss different types of precipitation. "It's raining" is the basic phrase for rain.
But you can be more specific about the intensity. It's drizzling means light rain, very fine drops.
"It's sprinkling" is similar, just a light, gentle rain.
For heavier rain, you might say it's pouring down, or it's raining heavily.
There's also the colorful expression "it's raining cats and dogs," which means it's raining very heavily.
Though that phrase is a bit old-fashioned now. More commonly, you'd hear it's bucketing down in British English, or it's coming down in buckets.
"It's a downpour" describes very heavy rain, or you can say "we're having a downpour."
For rain mixed with other conditions, you might say it's sleeting, which is rain and snow mixed together.
Or "it's hailing," which means ice pellets are falling from the sky.
Snow has its own vocabulary too. It's snowing is the basic form.
You can say "it's snowing lightly" or "it's snowing heavily" to indicate intensity.
We're having a snowstorm, or there's a blizzard, describes severe snow with strong winds.
The snow is coming down hard, or "it's really dumping snow" are informal ways to describe heavy snowfall.
Now let's talk about wind. It's windy is the standard phrase.
But you can say "it's breezy" for a gentle, pleasant wind, or "it's gusty" for wind that comes in sudden bursts.
For very strong wind, you might say it's extremely windy, or the wind is howling.
"There are strong winds today," or "we're experiencing high winds" are more formal ways to describe it.
You might also say it's blowing a gale, which means very strong winds, almost storm level.
Now, what about clouds? "It's cloudy" means the sky is covered with clouds.
You can say it's overcast, which means completely covered with clouds, usually gray ones.
You can say it's partly cloudy or it's partly sunny, means there are some clouds but also some sunshine.
The opposite is it's clear or the sky is clear, meaning no clouds at all.
For good weather, we say it's sunny or the sun is shining or it's a beautiful sunny day.
You might also say it's bright or it's brilliant sunshine in British English.
Now, let's discuss humidity. It's humid means there's a lot of moisture in the air.
You might say it's muggy, which describes hot and humid weather that feels uncomfortable.
You can say it's sticky, informal but common. It's so sticky today means the humidity makes you feel sweaty and uncomfortable.
The opposite would be it's dry, low humidity.
Now, let's talk about dramatic weather events. There's a storm, or we're having a storm, describes severe weather.
You can be more specific. There's a thunderstorm, there's a rainstorm, or there's a snowstorm.
You can say, I can hear thunder, or did you see that lightning? Are common observations during storms.
For very severe weather, there are specific terms like tornado, hurricane, or cyclone, depending on the region.
Though these are less common in everyday small talk unless one is actually happening or predicted.
Now let's discuss fog. It's foggy means visibility is reduced by fog.
You might say, there's heavy fog this morning, or it's really foggy out there.
It's misty is similar but less dense than fog, more like a light haze.
Now, let's talk about how to ask about the weather. The most common question is, what's the weather like?
You can also ask, how's the weather? Or more casually, what's it like out there? If you're asking about a specific location, you might say, what's the weather like in London? Or how's the weather where you are?
For future weather, you'd ask, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Or what's the forecast?
Is it supposed to rain? Or are we expecting snow? Ask about predicted weather.
Now let's discuss weather forecasts. The forecast says it'll be sunny, or according to the forecast, it's going to rain.
You might say, they're predicting rain, or they're calling for snow.
The weather report says is another way to reference what meteorologists are predicting.
When the forecast is wrong, you might say, the forecast was completely wrong, or they said it would be sunny, but it's pouring.
People often complain about inaccurate forecasts. Weather forecasters are never right is a common joke.
Now let's talk about temperature in numbers. In most English-speaking countries except the US, Celsius is used.
It's 20 degrees or it's 15 degrees Celsius today.
In the United States, Fahrenheit is standard. It's 75 degrees or it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
You might say it's in the 80s, meaning between 80 and 89 degrees Fahrenheit.
Or temperatures are in the low 20s for Celsius, meaning 20 to 23 degrees.
Now let's discuss seasonal weather patterns. Each season has typical weather associated with it.
Spring weather is unpredictable, or we're having typical autumn weather. Relate weather to seasons.
You might say it feels like summer, even if it's technically still spring based on the warm temperatures.
Or this doesn't feel like winter, it's too warm.
Now let's talk about weather idioms and expressions that are used metaphorically.
Every cloud has a silver lining means there's something good in every bad situation.
To be under the weather means to feel sick or unwell. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today.
To weather the storm means to survive a difficult situation.
A storm in a teacup means making a big fuss about something minor, similar to a tempest in a teapot.
To rain on someone's parade means to spoil their plans or dampen their enthusiasm.
Come rain or shine means regardless of circumstances or weather, you'll do something.
To save it for a rainy day means to save something for when you might need it in the future.
These idioms use weather vocabulary but aren't actually about weather, they're about life situations.
Now let's discuss complaining about weather, which is extremely common in English-speaking cultures, especially British culture.
Oh yes, in Britain especially, complaining about weather is practically a national pastime.
You might hear, this weather is miserable, or I hate this rain, or when will this heat end?
I'm so sick of this cold weather, or I can't stand this humidity anymore.
Even when the weather is good, people sometimes complain, it's too hot, or it's nice now, but it'll probably rain later.
There's actually a cultural expectation in many English-speaking places that you'll comment on the weather when making small talk.
Right. When you get in an elevator or pass someone in the hallway, saying something about the weather is a safe, neutral conversation starter.
Lovely day, isn't it? Or terrible weather we're having are classic examples.
These aren't really about exchanging information, they're social lubricants, ways to acknowledge someone politely.
The expected response is usually agreement. Yes, beautiful day. Or, I know, awful, isn't it?
Now let's talk about weather changes. The weather is changing, or the weather is turning.
It's clearing up means the rain or clouds are going away and better weather is coming.
It's getting worse, or it's deteriorating, means the weather is becoming worse.
The rain is letting up or the storm is passing means it's getting better.
It's dying down can refer to wind or rain decreasing in intensity.
For sudden changes, you might say the weather turned suddenly, or it came out of nowhere.
1 minute it was sunny, the next it was pouring, describes unexpected weather changes.
Now let's discuss dressing for weather. This often comes up in conversation.
You'll need a jacket, it's cold out, or better bring an umbrella, it looks like rain.
It's warm enough to wear shorts, or you'll need a heavy coat today.
Bundle up, it's freezing, means to dress very warmly with lots of layers.
Dress in layers is advice for changeable weather.
People often give or receive weather-related advice. Make sure you stay hydrated, it's really hot today.
Be careful driving, the roads are icy, or watch out for puddles.
Now let's talk about enjoying weather. It's perfect weather for a picnic, or it's a great day for the beach.
This is ideal hiking weather, or perfect conditions for skiing.
You might say, I love this kind of weather, or this is my favorite weather.
Some people are very weather dependent emotionally. This gloomy weather is making me depressed.
Or positively, the sunshine always puts me in a good mood.
There's actually a condition called seasonal affective disorder, where weather and seasons affect mood significantly.
That's true. Now let's discuss extreme or unusual weather.
We're having unusual weather for this time of year, or this is strange weather.
It never snows here, or we hardly ever get this much rain.
This is the hottest summer on record, or we're experiencing record-breaking temperatures.
These phrases indicate weather that's outside the normal range.
You might also say, the weather's been crazy lately, or the weather's all over the place.
This suggests unpredictable or highly variable conditions.
Now, a few common mistakes learners make when talking about weather.
One is forgetting to use it as the subject. In English, we say it's raining, not is raining.
Right. Weather sentences need that pronoun it, even though it doesn't refer to anything specific.
Another mistake is saying doing rain or making rain instead of raining. We say it's raining, not it's doing rain.
Also, be careful with adjective versus verb forms. It's rain is wrong. You need it's rainy or it's raining.
Sun versus sunny, cloud versus cloudy, wind versus windy, these distinctions matter.
And remember that weather is uncountable. You can't say a weather or weathers.
Right, it's the weather is nice, not a weather is nice.
One more thing, in American English, people often say out when discussing current weather conditions.
It's cold out, it's nice out, what's it like out? This is very common and natural.
Though in British English, this is less common. They might just say, it's cold without the out.
These small regional differences exist but don't affect understanding.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything you need to talk about the weather in English.
We really have explored this topic thoroughly, from basic descriptions to idioms and cultural aspects.
The key is to practice these expressions so they become natural, especially for small talk situations.
And remember to subscribe to Learn English podcast so you can keep improving your English with us.
Thanks so much for listening today, everyone.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
And whatever the weather is where you are, we hope you're having a great day.